finally, I get to meet the owners of Dakota Brickhouse. And I'm not going to lie. So y'all's food and y'all's restaurant, it's actually really, really good. And I came in here because I'm not no expert or anything, but we come here a few times, even like my parents. So everyone's from Texas. They were here like a few weeks ago, and they tried this place before, and then they were like, "Oh, well, let's go out to eat." I'm like, "Hey, do you guys want to try something else? Maybe Silk Road or anything else?" And they're like, "What about the other one?" I'm like, "Dakota Brickhouse?" And they're like, "Yeah," because they like the pizzas and they liked all that stuff. So y'all guys are very, very popular. But how did that start with both of y'all?
So it started first with Café Brulé, so that's our parent company, and so we started that one in 2011, and then we were just kicking it over there, and this place came available for sale, and then it was kind of like, hey, do you want to do something over there? And we decided, yeah, we did.
And then how did Café Brulé start?
Well, we kind of worked together at Jones Food Center.
Jim was actually in charge, like second in charge. What was your professional name at UST Food Services before the big corporations took over years ago? And you were what was it?
Assistant Director of Food Service.
At UST.
That's what my working title was.
So he was doing big groups.
Oh,
yeah, but we met basically at
Mr. Smith.
Jones Food Center. The grocery store.
Greg and Mickey Peterson on it.
Yeah, where Ace Hardware is now.
Yeah, that place is good too.
So, and she was contracting doing our cakes over there.
My business, Cakes by Monica.
Then they started up Mr. Smith's, and I ended up taking over management of that. And so I ran Mr. Smith's for 7 years, and we worked side by side. I was also the bakery manager at the time.
And Godfather's, and the butcher, and yeah, he's really good at food stuff.
Okay, that's right. Cause I was talking.
He's the chef.
I did that. I did an episode with Betty Smith, and we're talking about the history of Mr. Smith's.
Mr. Smith's. You should say this.
That was
Larry.
Mr. Smith's?
Yeah, Larry.
Oh, yeah. Larry was one of my mentors. Definitely. Mm-hmm. So I worked side by side and hand on hand with Larry for quite a few years.
Learned a lot about artisan baking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was very inspirational.
So are you, I guess I would say, yeah, you're a professional chef, right? Did you get any training, or how did that work out?
I got my training through Hard Knocks. Both my parents are
Hard Knocks.
So,
both of his parents were chefs, yeah.
Wow.
A lot of hands-on training. I never went to school.
You got a certification. You went to Omaha.
But I got schooling from my parents.
No, I think that's the best knowledge.
Yeah.
No, I think
I got schooled.
No, that's the best, because you get.
Well, you grew up in kitchens.
So.
And where? In Sioux Falls, but also before that in the Ozarks.
It was Sioux Falls. It was
Sioux Falls?
Yeah, Sioux Falls, and then here, and then, yeah.
Your dad owned a diner in Sioux Falls.
He had a truck stop in Sioux Falls for a while.
Wow.
And then he ended up with
what was that called?
The Big 10-4 Cafe.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
The Big 10-4. Yeah. Right off the highway.
And then he ended up owning a place down in the Ozarks. It was called Our Place, a little diner type place.
Is there a specialty like cuisine that you like making?
Me, I like making it all. So I think,
making it all.
Everything you make like you're making it for your family. And if you do that, I mean, I guess that's my belief, is you make everything with love. So it doesn't matter if it's a pasta dish or a steak or.
He's always got his heart in it.
Or turkey dinners,
But you can taste that,
Yeah, because I like the food here, and then also same thing. The food here is amazing. I like it. It's great. I'm no expert. Maybe I'm a foodie. I think it's really great. Now, at Café Brulé too, like y'all's desserts, I really think they're really, really good. Like really good. One thing though, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't know how good the coffee is, but my wife says it's really, really good. She drinks coffee. She's probably the expert on that stuff.
We do get that locally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cafe has a full food menu too.
Yeah.
Has some really great.
Through supper time, we do like bread boards and butter boards and just some different salmon, steaks. I mean, we have good dinner, and we're open till 9 on the weekends.
What would you recommend at Café Brulé then?
My favorite
Go ahead.
is the beef tornadoes. They're made with this amazing steak. Jim is like the meat man, so
Okay.
I'm more the bakery, cake, pastry.
Yeah.
What do you think about, like, that's the best meat I've ever had?
The beef medallions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're served over roasted vegetables with asparagus and then, a nice demi-glace sauce.
It's all house made.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, like when he worked back at Mr. Smith's with Larry making the breads, that's when he said, we need to start doing all the deli sandwiches over here with Larry's bread. And so he's the one that started doing all artisan breads there. And then they started doing like his recipes for the sandwiches. And
I think
after that, they developed some of their own too, but they still have some of yours. Like you grow that place like 33% in the first 6 months. Something like that. It was crazy.
Wow.
There's a collaboration on the breads. They kind of started. They started kind of using the breads, but then we just figured out other ways to use the breads. So
Yeah.
but yeah, when I took over it, I definitely helped grow that the Mr. Smith's into what it is today.
That's when they changed it into Mr. Smith's.
No, it was right before I took over. But anyway, 3 of the main players over there are people that I hired that worked for me. Carl and Aaron and Cole are all 3 former employees of mine from when I was there.
And me and my staff help train Aaron for cake decorating too. So we do some cakes over there as well.
Yeah.
So those cakes are from y'all?
Yes.
Not from us.
Okay.
We train them.
Okay, it was trained.
Yeah.
But the technique or
Yeah, because no one at Jones was able to do that at the time. So
correct.
Him and my helpers, the people I trained her.
Correct.
Oh, that is really cool. So, man, this is fascinating.
It
is. It's very cool. I'm not used to it, being from the bigger city, but this is really, really cool. I like the food here a lot. Some background that I got. So I don't know anything about like cooking, all that. I could do it because of Myra, my wife. She's the one that she's from Mexico. So when we started that like taco stuff around here and the tamales, she's the one that did it. Yeah, that's then I started picking it up. I can't do it. I like baking though. I like baking.
We like Mexican food too.
So there was before here, was there any other Mexican food besides Mexico Viejo, the one that shut down?
At one time there was a Tex-Mex place. It was called Recuerdos. Yeah. But that was years ago.
Oh, okay.
So years ago.
Yeah.
So, and then, then just
the one here was
so, but
one here was kind of Mexican too. Or Italian.
This is more Italian. Yeah.
Raziel's
is more Italian.
Yeah, that's true. I'm
Before
sorry. Yes,
us.
Italian. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was here before us.
Yeah.
A Mexican.
Because right now they got
what's the one that's Mexico? Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
They got Mamacita. Everything's still more Tex-Mex. We've been there twice now. Actually, there are a few items that are very, very, really good Mexican food. We were talking with the managers on Saturday too. Nice, everyone's nice. We like it. When they talk Spanish, it's amazing. They got something called molcajete mexicano. If you guys ever want to grab that one's
Is it good? We almost went there for the first time. We like visiting other restaurants too. What about the restaurant in Lowell Pizza Hut? I've heard that one's good too.
That one's Fayucas.
Yeah.
That one, we've been there. I've been there twice. Myra's been there a few times. I think, if I'm gonna be honest, I think it depends what day, because the quality changes. That's just me. I'm not bashing on them. I'm just thinking they had because that first week was really, really good, and then the following, I don't know when. I know the salsa has changed a little bit, but the same thing. I have to go back and check. Same thing with different things. If there's an item I don't like or something different, I'll go back and see what it is.
Because I saw there's another Mexican restaurant opening up in town too.
Yeah, that one's called El Nopal. I don't know who those are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Different things.
So I think we have something new opening up in Older Pizza too, but I don't really know what's going there. But I also know that Jeff and I have both been fans of Mama's Ladas and Lawas.
Yeah. So funny thing, and a few people have asked us, they're like, have you ever been to La Juanita?
Yeah.
What? So there's 2 La Juanitas. Yeah.
Of course.
The one that everyone talks about is probably the one in Iowa, right?
Yeah.
This is
here straight.
Yeah. There's another one called La Juanitas. That one's in South Sioux. So we usually do our shopping in South Sioux. So that one, That one's the
Is
one
it
we
the
were
same
trying.
owners?
I don't know. I
Uh,
feel like I might be wrong because the food tastes way different from us.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I'm not, but they're both great. But the one we're more familiar with the South Sioux one.
Mhm.
That one, especially, I don't know what it is, but if like for Mexican food, I'm not generalizing, but if you want some like good tacos, if the place looks kind of ghetto,
Yeah.
it's really really good. There's another place, and I'll give it a little. It's called La Momia, I think. I don't know what part of downtown. It's like in the
La
far
Momia.
outskirts, but like there's graffiti everywhere. There's bars on the windows, cash only, and like you're like, man, that place is pretty good though.
Yeah.
That's just one thing.
Yeah. Somebody cooking from the heart, and that's like how Jim started too. You cook from the heart, you can taste it. I really do feel that way too. Like
So-
when we first came to town, we were doing our thing. We both loved cooking, we loved baking, but there was some restaurants here, but none that had kind of like where you could take my husband who likes mean potatoes and me who likes maybe some salmon, some rice, some asparagus, and so to the same place, so I think that was a big part of what we were trying to do when we first opened was a place where anyone can come and get good food. So when we first opened, we were like, one of our,
Logos was countryside and city side.
yes.
Oh.
So you can get some country, get some city, like urban or.
But it is good because you guys, like, it's a very popular place. Like if you come here like on weekends at night, I mean, you guys know it. When we get here, it's like almost impossible to find a seat. But you guys are popular with, it could be like families, locals, college. I see a lot of college kids too around here too. But
We do try to cater to, a lot of different, we try to keep up on things too. It's good to change your menu and try to find things that are like not necessarily trending, but like new ideas, new recipes. Jim is always putting stuff together. He loves going to food shows. He loves listening to like
I used to. I don't go anywhere or do anything.
just went to a food show
I did.
because he's so busy.
Yeah.
Like it's really hard to find someone that can honestly, with his speed and quality.
so is it true?
He doesn't get enough attention. That's why I'm like,
No, it's cool.
so
So
he never brags about himself ever.
I'll ask this, Jim. So I don't know anything about the culinary world. My wife does though, but me, I don't. Though this is where I get my knowledge from YouTube. So like I've seen how like Gordon Ramsay and other chefs are like in the kitchen bashing. Is that how it is or no? No, okay.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm no Gordon Ramsay. Do I ever get firm? Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, if it hasn't been busy, and I jump on the line and the mise en place is not ready, and I'm having to say, okay, I need this. Well, I need this. Oh, it's kind
I
of like
wasn't prepped yet,
yeah. then maybe I might get a little
like, why
bit,
didn't you guys prep for
little
this?
bit more stern.
Yeah.
But I'm never cursing, swearing at them and demeaning.
He's like dad.
So,
over there. He's like
I
there,
yeah.
brings them in and
Oh, that's great.
don't really know
Yeah.
anything, and he turns them into little chefs. I mean, like literally can teach anybody how to
lot.
cook. It's great.
There's a lot of people at different restaurants in this town that have worked for me at one time or another.
Mhm.
So
And he never usually brags, but that is a fact. He's just saying facts. And yeah, it's true. Like they've learned how and
I'm
they
very
grow wings and they go and do their own thing. Like you worked with Josh a long time, Josh, her and Amberly, and now they have a very successful CCs.
And they worked with us.
We're very proud of that. Yeah. Done a wonderful job.
Yeah, they started with us at the cafe, and
Mhm.
and actually
Josh became our manager.
Amberly worked in the kitchen at the cafe, and then we ended up bringing them over here, and Josh became the GM over here,
Mhm.
and then Amberly became the front house manager.
wow.
Yeah.
I need dang.
And their wings just kept growing.
Yeah.
They're doing great. We're so proud of them.
They're still
Yeah.
young and have a lot of energy.
Yeah, we're
Man.
we're definitely not.
Wow. I think now me and Myra need to work under you. That's awesome. I didn't know. That is
Yeah.
great. I want to thank today's sponsor, Main Street Inn. If you're ever in Vermillion, South Dakota and looking for a place to stay, I highly, highly recommend the Main Street Inn. A 7,000 square foot fraternity renovated to be the only bed and breakfast in town. They have a living room, dining room, 5 beautiful rooms if you need to spend the night. You can also book the place for graduations, birthdays, weddings, you name it. The owners are great and they serve breakfast, of course. Go check it out at 221 East Main Street. Link will be in the description below.
Josh started with us at the cafe as a barista.
Uh-huh.
So it's where they're making
that's
coffee.
right. Yep, barista.
Yeah.
I was thinking because he can cook too. He works with you in the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, he's got
He's
good.
just willing to help out.
Well, he's willing to, and he's I mean, if anybody pays attention to detail, it's Josh.
Yeah.
So he's very
and Amberly.
oriented. So
They're good. They're good.
So, in our, some people call detail kind of, which has been used toward Monica. We like to consider it passionate.
Yes, passion.
We're passionate about what we do, so we try to pay attention to the details.
No,
that's Josh and Amberly are the same way, and they've done a fantastic job.
No,
they have.
That does explain the food here, over there, and also at CC's. Have been there because we've also been there at CC's.
Yeah.
And the first time we were gonna head there, because I've heard it was just a cocktail bar and a drink. I was like, I don't know if I want to go.
Right.
Myra, my wife, loves drinking, so we went and they had food. I'm like, okay, let's order something. And then we ordered, like I say, well, what's y'all's main dish? And it was that burger they got. And it's really, really good.
Yeah, the dinner.
Yeah.
And then, like, it looked, and when we ordered
after is that.
Yeah, it did. The appetite, they all look very good. It's very, to me, where I'm from, it looks very, like, fine dine, but I guess it's that detail.
Absolutely. Yeah. His dad and him helped us.
Than we are.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of people say our dishes are like should be somewhere else. Like this is like too good. Like even this weekend, we had people. They tell us every weekend we traveled up here from Sioux City. We flew in your tiny airport from Omaha. Wow. We've had people say that, and it makes us humbled. We're like we feel really good that we make food good enough for people to travel.
It kind of gives you the reason for why you're doing it, because anybody that's in this end of the stream knows that it's not a huge money-making thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really? No. I was thinking, like, guys got millions of dollars driving Lamborghinis.
We're both still paying on these 2 buildings. Well, we got to buy the buildings.
We're still paying on our buildings.
Labor.
Liquor license.
Yeah. Very expensive in Vermillion.
Yeah. A lot of hours, I'm guessing.
We're not from money. We don't have family that had money. We started from nothing.
My day off is Sundays at 4.
Yeah.
Because Sundays I only work 8-hour shifts, so that's
whoa.
That's nice, so.
Yeah, no, he works a lot of hours, maybe a few more than I do at this point.
Yeah.
But you love it, don't you?
I do love it most.
That's why he does.
There's times I get frustrated.
Take it out on me.
But yeah.
No, a lot of people think that we're married. A lot of people do, and like I always say he's my work husband because like we'll argue, but it's more like brother sister. Because our spouses are so there for us, and we'd never be here if it wasn't for them. Like my husband Dwight has been very patient, and he helps a lot with front of house over there and bookwork and banking stuff. Heidi has helped us a lot. She's always there for Dakota Days, serving hot chocolates outside on the sidewalk for the parade and helping whenever she can. But she's also a full-time teacher at the university.
Wow!
So she teaches in the med school. So they're both very supportive and very helpful, and we're really lucky that we have them. So we don't drive them crazy at home. We can just drive each other crazy at work.
Yeah.
Well, you said she works at the med school?
Yeah.
Heidi. Yeah.
What's her last? Because I work at the med school too.
Waters.
Oh.
In the nursing department.
Yeah. Is it thing on the third floor?
Nursing professor.
Okay.
Professor of nursing.
She's gonna listen,
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out.
Yeah. So yeah, Heidi has definitely been the one running my.
She's a very patient woman.
This process. So
now, is there anything that within the food industry? Is there something that you guys, sometimes you're like, oh, I hate it sometimes. Well, actually, yeah, I'm a back up.
Food industry.
Yeah, let's say it.
Maintenance. Equipment going down.
You're gonna say that.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
For me, it's employees. They're the best of it and the worst of it. I mean, honestly, that's it. It's like your children. Sometimes you want to whack them over the head, and sometimes you just want to.
What about clients? Like, have you ever had those? Have you ever had like stories where the customers just kind of drove you bonkers or anything like that?
Well, I mean, customers are challenging.
Yeah.
Can be challenging, but they're all endearing.
We love our customers. Sometimes I feel bad because we get so busy that we can't stop and talk to everyone. Like, I feel bad when people come in and maybe I haven't seen them for a while and I want to go talk to them, but I'm running around maybe in the back or in the office, and I try to make time to come talk to people, but Jim's always working in the kitchen, so we both kind of miss out on that we want to show more appreciation and thank our customers for helping us succeed.
Yeah, our customers are definitely the most important.
Now, one thing I do want to ask. Now, this is perfect because I want to know how it is. So, how is it on D-Days? I've only drove past.
Do you have any good stories?
D-Days?
Yeah. What's it? What was like preparation for it? What's it all? Oh, that's
I don't know.
We've learned a lot.
We're so
what
used
not
to
to do.
But the D-Days for Cafe is like during the parade time, and then Sunday, it's the D-Days at the Cafe.
The hungover kids know it for mega
And
mimosas.
here, of course, it's from the time we open. You know, Friday and Saturday night are both busy because a lot of people have already come to town and start partying.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
So, but, you know, we just go with a game day menu, cut back on it a little bit, and just do the best you can. I mean, if people don't understand that food's taking a little longer when you got 30 people waiting out the door.
Well, and then some people aren't there because of that, and they're like, don't understand. So a lot of times we'll post something on the door that says, please be patient, it's our homecoming weekend, you know. And I think that does help if they read it. But even then, a rotation is good because our kitchen is fast and quality. So I don't think we've maybe had waits up to 30 minutes, but as far as like small town, that's long. But like a big town, that's fast. And I wish we had more area for waiting over there because it's just that little entryway in the back. But we've just tried to stuff so many tables in that we don't have an area.
The canopy out front, you know.
Yeah.
On this side of the street, we do have a canopy. But on the cafe side, we have a little canopy. And we just don't have much of an area for waiting. So that's difficult. So we just try to bring people in. And
Those hours, because I've noticed over the years, I don't know if it's new or maybe it was just COVID stuff, because Cafe was opened. It was open in the evenings.
yes.
And this place was never open in the mornings. Was it always like that? Or
Cafe, originally we were open from 7 a.m. till 9 p.m.
Every day. Sunday too.
And then when COVID hit, then we changed our hours from 8 to 3 or I think we were 8 to 4 for a while.
Right.
Something like that.
COVID was hard.
And so, because I had to take part of my staff from Cafe and bring them over here to help run this one because staffing issues, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And so, anyway, that's what we did. But then once things start coming back around, it's kind of like, well, let's get Cafe back open in the evenings again. So now at Cafe, we're open Monday through Thursday from 8 in the morning till 8 to 8. And then Friday, Saturday, 8 to 9. And then on Sundays, 8 to 3.
Ah, okay. That's where those are. Okay.
But we serve full breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the Cafe. It's not just pastries and coffee.
Yeah, we do all of that. And we did on Sundays is breakfast all day. A lot of people like that from 8 to 3. Yeah. But the reason we don't do it all the time is grill space, because our menu is so big. So you can get that whole city and country menu on there. Our menu is massive, and it is bigger than what's mostly recommended at most restaurants, but it's because you use a lot of the same items that we can cross use, you know.
Well, we're in a small community. It's not like,
so we want to try to
it's not like
we're
in a metropolis
with more options.
Of 100,000 people, where you can afford.
We have 5 Mexican restaurants. You're gonna have the best enchiladas. You're gonna have the best. I was just like that, you know. It's like we just want to have.
We kind of built it so people would want to come in more than once a week. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you got different options. You can have a hot beef on Monday, and maybe you come in for a Greek chicken salad on Wednesday. You know, so you have different options. And the ingredients we use, I try to cross-utilize in the different dishes. So we're not just buying in one ingredient for a particular.
And steak and frites on
So-
Saturday night.
So let's say first someone's new in Vermillion and they want to go to both places. First time, and they say, "Hey, well, what should I get? What would you recommend?" Let's say they're there. Let's say they're at Cafe first in the morning. They're hungry. So, hey, what do you guys recommend?
I'll go.
They're all good. So go ahead.
I love the biscuits and gravy. Like to me, that's one of my favorites. Breakfast burrito is really good too. That's a newer item on the menu.
Caramel pecan French toast
Yeah.
is always a good one.
The waffles on Sundays.
Waffles on Sundays. So
Fresh strawberries.
Yeah.
We cut them fresh the night before. And then, so it's not like a syrup at all. We just use strawberries and then whipped cream, powdered sugar, and a cream as well. So you could do strawberries and cream. We've got peaches and cream. We've got apples, Dutch apple.
yeah, got maple sriracha chicken and waffle.
Pretty much
Yeah,
every
chicken.
breakfast we have on our breakfast menu.
Yeah.
We serve that till 11 every day.
So
Wow.
yeah, we have an Irish Benedict over.
The Benedicts
there.
are popular.
Yeah, which is on with corned beef hash in it.
Breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I need to go back because I haven't had food there for let's say like 2 years.
Hey.
Could we try?
I'm just kidding.
Because I've tried. The first time I tried it was we went there in the evening, so I don't know when it was, but we got it was a Valentine's Day. I remember that because
Oh.
someone brought a little cake or something for my wife. But yeah, I ordered some pasta and I forgot what it was, and
Pastas too. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have the chicken bruschetta pasta is really popular. The lemonesto pasta is also really popular. We have chicken Alfredo too. Our mac and cheese is really popular with the college kids. They love a mac and cheese, and it's 5 different cheeses. That's why we call it the 5-star mac. It's got the best cheeses in it. They're not cheap, but that's what makes them so good. You know, they're addictive, I think. What about nighttime, Jim?
Nighttime,
Yeah.
It's like over.
the cafe or here.
Here, let's say here now. They're like, "Hey, do you see this
yeah,
place?"
okay.
They're like, "You know what? What should I get?"
Oh boy. Pizzas. I mean, when we first opened, Jim refused to have the pizzas ready. And I was like, "Why aren't we selling pizzas yet? We got this copper stone oven back here. It's beautiful, by the way. You can never peek through the window and see it. It's just beautiful oven." And he's like, "Because I haven't perfected the sauce yet. The sauce has to be perfect."
Makes
And
sense.
it was like weeks. And I'm like, "Come on, Jim, let's get some pizza."
We kind of did it. We did it in the stages.
I've never seen him pick your ball. Like,
We opened up with just beer, and then
Yeah.
we added appetizers.
Yep.
And then we did the I think the tacos next,
the-
and then we
yeah,
did-
street tacos.
yeah, and then we did I think the sliders after that.
Mhm. Several
So-
different options for that.
Yeah, and then we ended up doing the pizzas after that. We did it all with
Brisket.
pizzas.
Brisket's probably what I would recommend if you're coming on the weekends.
So
You guys also have is it a pulled pork
roaster.
sandwich?
yeah, the pulled pork is really good.
That one I like too. That one,
Pulled pork is delicious.
yeah, that one. And I like y'all's pizza because
Yeah.
under it, like you could tell, like the crust, it's just, it's
Jim
different.
is good at pizza now. I mean, he was probably good before, but he just was so picky about, the dough, it has to be just right, a certain elasticity, and the sauce has to just have just enough kick, but not too much. And
I admire that.
it's so good if you haven't had it. It's,
Yeah, no, it's just getting people
try
to
it.
to bake it.
To be properly. They've been doing good.
Yeah, I've been doing good.
But
I
that's
guess
kind of an
that's the
oven.
thing.
Yeah,
is
you got some good ones now.
We've always believed in trying to surround yourself with the best people
Yeah.
because they make you look. So,
We have good stuff.
you know,
do.
and I never believe that I'm too old to learn something new.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if I bring somebody in and they can teach me something, that's awesome.
Employees
you
as
know.
well.
Now there are times that I prefer somebody come in that has no training at all than
Mm.
somebody who's been trained somewhere else, because then I can train them my own way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't have somebody saying, "Well, at Applebee's we did it this way,"
Oh,
that sort of thing. It's kind of like, yeah, maybe that's how you did it, but
Yeah, we're not there.
you know, you're not there now.
Actually, we use our the big pizza oven. The temperature is up 500-600 every day.
Yeah,
At night, we just turn it off, close the doors, and we roast our corned beef for our Reubens over there.
Yeah, we braise our corned beef.
Pot
every
roast.
night.
We do,
Yeah.
what else? Pork.
So, no, the pork we do in the smoker.
Oh, yeah, we have a
So-
smoker. That's when we do our brisket on the weekends. We
Yeah.
do a brisket platter.
Yeah.
It's so good. We have corn on the cob, corn muffins. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
all
the
his.
corned beef
It's
is-
every Friday, Saturday night.
The corned beef for the Reubens that we use at the cafe and for the Reuben sliders here, what we do is at night is we get it set up in a braising liquid, and then when we shut the pizza oven off at night, it has residual heat.
Just
And
bakes
so-
it nice and
so we
slow.
just set it in the oven, and then it just slow
In the morning, it
braises.
just falls apart.
Just
Wow.
slow braises all night.
Yeah.
Are the sliders the ones with the sauerkraut or no?
Yeah, the Reuben
Look at-
sliders.
That's heard that.
Sliders, yeah.
My mom grabbed that and she was like, "Oh, this is good." And I tried a bit. I was like, "This is
It's
pretty
always
good."
been his favorite sandwich, and so he's very particular about that. And we sell a ton of
Reuben rocks.
pot roast tips over there.
And the
hot
Reuben
beef
sliders
sandwich.
are good, too.
Roast beef sandwiches. They're all made with that
Yeah.
roast beef. And over here too, we have it on pizza. We have it in
Yeah.
sliders.
Wow.
Sandwiches, yeah.
Now, is there something like a cuisine that's very hard for you guys to make? Like, I don't know, whether Asian, Indian, or is there something you're like, man, this is just very hard to do?
No, every week we used to do weekly specials. Like this is German week. We should bring that back. It's hard though because after COVID, we're like rolling with new staff and short staff, and so it's hard to do those. But yeah, we did weekly specials over there where every week we'd like a German weekend or Mediterranean or. But you would know more about that.
I would say my strength is definitely not Asian.
We'll let them have that one.
Yeah.
Do you have a weakness in anything?
He doesn't like peas.
Pea.
I do eat peas. I don't know why you keep bringing that up. They're not my favorite food. But anyway, in the words of John Lennon, always give peas a chance.
Peas a chance. Peas. That's funny. You've said that before. Wait, no. Weakness in cooking. Like, yeah, do you prefer to be on the grill or like
Oh yeah, like,
saute or like pastas? You can do all of those things.
or what's your most favorite thing and
Cleaning.
least favorite?
He doesn't like cleaning. No, I'm kidding. He's a good cleaner.
I did cleaning and maintenance all the time.
Maintenance, I feel bad because I think a lot of other restaurants have to actually pay people to do that. But we save a lot of money as business together.
Hands-on.
He can fix almost anything. And those can cost the restaurant a lot of money. Like the oven goes down or
Yeah.
the walk-in cooler.
And the parts for the ovens and the fryers and things are super expensive. And then
Plumber.
I've been known to do some plumbing, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you
We
think of
always
it
have
all.
everything checked and certified. But he is very handy when emergencies come up. And like what happened the other day, I think our main valve or something plugged up at the cafe. We had to shut down our bathrooms and everything for lunchtime. And so we had like no bathrooms for a few minutes. But he ran to Ace, which is very convenient, picked up a big old thing. And next thing you know, our bathrooms were open in 20 minutes because he couldn't reach the plumber. So he just took care of it himself. It saved us a lot of money.
snake the drain.
Snake the drain.
So
The
no,
big drain.
I'm curious. So would you guys open another restaurant, or is this like what you guys want to do for right now, or do you guys got like, other plans, or is it way more harder than I think it is?
Oh, it's super hard.
We are
And the thing
kind of
is,
been doing something upstairs.
yeah,
But
we're in the process.
COVID really shut us down, and now we're kind of
Well, COVID and
straightening
then lack
back
of
up.
staff, and yeah,
lack of staff. Yeah,
still in
it's
the-
hard to get people to work.
we're still in
anywhere.
the build out upstairs. So, and the thing is, I'm usually the main contractor on any
Everything we've done, all the
It's
construction.
like
stuff.
when we did the cafe, we did all our own remodel and everything over there. And when we did this,
He's taught me a lot. I'm
we
pretty
did all
proud of
that.
him.
We did our own
And my
remodel,
dad.
all our remodel over here. So, yeah,
All the wood floor redos and the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
this side.
this
We're at
half
the brick house.
this half of the
Floor.
was here. Then half of the wood floor we put in. That half of the tin was here. That half of the tin we put in. Actually, Josh helped me with a lot of that too.
This is original tin from 1886.
Yeah.
This, or 86, 87.
This is
a replica. We had found someone in Florida. The floor, we actually got old. Is this maple floor?
Yeah, it was maple.
Maple. And so for the whole other side, they got old maple from a older lady in Iowa.
Helena, Iowa.
Yeah, and they had all this old wood from houses that they would tear up their
Schools, I think. I think that was a gym floor.
You had to
basically,
run them
so-
through a planer, like every single piece.
Yeah.
It took forever.
Yeah.
But we wanted to match the floors because this is actually 2 separate buildings. Oh, hope our kitchen's okay over there.
2 separate buildings that were opened up. I mean, it was open before we got here, but this entryway was not here. We built that on. They had kind of a double door entryway over here, which
That's required
It
now by
really,
the city.
really stuck out weird. This double door entryway is not required.
Oh.
Be sure your door is open out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But anyway, so yeah,
For the year.
and so
Cold.
kind of if you look at like this post here, behind the liquor that's on the wall there's brick wall that ran there too. Well, we had to rip that open
Because this is the main separation of
to
the
make
two
more
buildings.
room for the kitchen.
There was
So,
a huge, thick brick wall.
the
all way
kitchen was
back.
like
Tiny galley kitchen.
it was tiny galley kitchen. So we took over some hallway.
How many bricks thick was it? Like
know.
4 bricks?
Like,
6?
I don't know.
They had
It's a lot
to
of
break
bricks,
through
too.
all that brick to get the
So I'd have
kitchen
room for
bigger.
the pizza oven and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to make the side door a double side door so we could get the pizza oven.
Without like tearing the
Yeah.
walls down.
How's the outdoor space? Because that was y'all's too, right?
Yeah.
Was that already there?
That was one of the main reasons we bought the building is because we had patio envy.
Oh,
The end of the patio was the only
Yeah,
thing to
yeah,
the patio.
yeah.
But like, we
Yeah.
want that patio.
So the outdoor space was there. The enclosure of it, I started that a couple years ago. When it gets colder out, then I enclose. the
It's
part
not as
that's under
pretty,
the
but it's
roof.
usable space.
It's usable space.
Put a massive heater in there.
Massive heater in there, and then if it's not like 30 below, you can still have seating out there for about 30 people.
Yeah.
So,
So it
so
helps
we do have a
extend
lot of
seating
groups
during the
and
winter
stuff
too. Yep.
that will sit out there
We had a party out there not too long ago. We did that
last
private party.
Saturday.
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Out there for a 40th birthday party.
Does it fluctuate like the people around the year? Like, is there a better? I'm guessing like when football starts is a better time, or is it usually the
We're
same
pretty busy
constant?
when school starts all year round. And we have a lot of
We
students
do well in the
too.
summer,
We do
so-
really well in the summer. I actually had a couple servers
Yeah.
that said they wanted to stay and work here for the summer because they made more when they worked at home. I think we have a lot more people taking summer classes. You know, a lot of
I think our menus at both places are diverse enough
mhm,
that I don't know. Our summers at
people
Cafe,
vacationing.
our
too.
summers at Cafe are definitely do really well for us. Faculty and staff have more time to get off campus, that sort of thing. You don't have to spend so much time hunting for parking, you know?
Mm.
So if you get down here and you have to take you a while to find a parking spot, when you go back to campus, you don't have a problem finding a parking spot.
And there's camps at
So,
USD too.
Yeah.
Volleyball camps, soccer camps. And so there's groups coming in,
Yeah.
need places to eat.
Like
too.
the public school teachers are out for the summer,
Mhm.
you know, those sort of things. And then here, the full patio,
Mhm.
you know, in the summer, it's like, you know,
Live
space,
music.
the space doubles.
Mhm.
That sort
Clear
of thing,
scenery.
so.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's fun.
Yeah.
The patio's fun.
Wow. Okay.
I wish we
That's-
could have it more often, but the weather up here doesn't allow us to have this.
Yeah, I'm just like right now. So right now it's raining and and it's cold, and I say this like in every episode. Like I hate the cold. I just can't tolerate it. I don't know why. Well, it's because I'm raising the heat,
Right.
but that's why the summer.
Neither of us were raised here. It's funny.
Where you guys from?
My dad is in the military, so I'm a military brat. You know, I went around. I was born in Ohio, raised a little bit in California, and then my dad retired at Ellsworth Air Force Base in Rapid City, and so I went to high school out there, and then I came out here to college.
Oh,
So I actually got my degree here, master's in secondary education from USD. I was teaching for a while at the high school and the university. Je parle en français.
you speak French too?
Oui, complètement. Tu parles français?
No, me hablo español.
Okay.
I didn't know Spanish. That's all I know. I heard the we part. I think that means.
Yeah.
That's French, yeah. And then I did live over there for a year, and I lived right underneath over a pastry shop, and I just really got into that. I gained a few pounds too, but I'm like, okay, we got to do this. But, so that kind of helped inspired me too with the bakery and the pastries. And my mother was a cake lady, so doing cake with her. And yeah, I think traveling around a lot was good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I met a local boy, Dwight's from here, so I kind of got stuck. I'm like, what am I going to do? But Jim, where did you?
She became one of the best cake artists in the Midwest. So,
I don't know if I'd go
oh
there.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy what she can do with cake. So, but
Thank you.
yeah,
What about you, Jim? Where are you from?
I was born in Indiana, but I went to high school in Sioux Falls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
And you lived down in the Ozarks for a while?
no, my dad did.
But I thought you went down there.
No,
do you guys love it here? Or
I do love it here. I came
Love it.
here in '85, and then I never left.
You were in 87.
Yeah,
And then you
Yeah, I
followed
like
the girl here, right?
I like this little community.
Followed the
here,
girl
so-
going to college here?
Huh?
that's
But anyway, I came here in '85 and ended up loving it. So I like the convenience of the little town.
Yep.
I like
Yep.
that you can get anywhere in town in like 5 minutes.
a good
You
thing.
know, there's no traffic. If I
Yep.
want something bigger, I mean,
Great to
Sioux
best
Falls
teachers,
Sioux
safe.
Falls is what, 45 minutes these days with
Yeah,
80 miles
almost
per hour.
a couple hours.
Or you
Great.
can go to Sioux City,
Yep.
in 30 minutes or so. And so it's kind of like, and if you want to cruise to Omaha, it's only about 2 hours, 15 minutes or something bigger.
I was living out.
And, I mean, if you live in Sioux Falls and you work on the other side of town from where you live, it almost takes you half an hour to get there anyway, with the way traffic and stuff is these days. And so here we don't, I get to work in 4 minutes,
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That's true.
It was
So,
wonderful.
Yeah,
I like
so
the story.
I get a lot of my life back by not having to.
I'm not having to drive everywhere. Yeah.
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 so
Less miles on the
it's like,
car.
oh, I forgot to get that at the store.
Oh,
darn it.
Minutes. 4 minutes.
Well, that's going to be 10 minutes out of my life. Got to get the round trip and the time going to get it.
I feel like it's gonna happen.
We do go to both stores too. We have
Yeah.
to pick up things that we might run out of. Or
Yeah, or if you're working on something, from the hardware store or something, it's kind of like,
we do a lot of business in town.
yeah, it's kind of, oh, geez, I forgot that part. So you got to go back for it. We're in a, bigger city. You got to plan that crap out,
Oh,
Well, did you go to Washington
I went to the old Washington High School.
in Sioux Falls?
It's known as the Washington Pavilion now.
Yes.
So if you've ever
That
been to
was
Sioux
old.
Falls,
yeah.
He's really old.
yeah, yeah.
I always love the story you said when you first started working at the Frying Pan on 41st Street. You had this really tough lady manager.
Oh, she was, yeah.
She was what?
She was like a drill sergeant.
But did you learn a lot from there?
Yeah, she was good. I mean, the thing is,
What'd she say to you?
the
She
thing
was
is,
yelling at
the
him
thing
all time?
is,
You gotta tell him.
no,
Yeah, it's funny. She said,
she
"How
yelled
do
at,
you, Jim? What did she say to you? It's funny,
call me Jimmy.
Jimmy Joe.
How do you manage to get up in the morning?
How do you manage to get
Well,
up in the morning?
She used a lot of affiliate words, but yeah.
How do you even manage to?
But my mom was,
You must have messed something up
my
there.
mom was tougher than her, so
Yeah, really.
she didn't. I mean, it didn't faze me that much. I mean, she made a lot of people cry though.
She did.
Oh yeah,
I never do.
but my mom was unjuiced. So
I
my mom was Banny Rooster, I guess. She was
no one will
white-
know who that
She was as
is.
white.
Old.
She was as white as she was tall. Yeah,
But she loved
And she-
everyone.
she was very.
She loved
outspoken.
everyone. She'd feed anyone.
Yeah, she'd feed anybody.
Yeah.
So she was.
Food was her love.
She was
love
always-
language,
she
just
was
like you.
always sending food.
It's your love language.
People.
Have you guys ever made anyone cry in the staff or the restaurant?
No.
Sometimes we never
want
mean to, but sometimes tensions get high. Yeah.
In the food business, I think anyone who's ever been a server or a busser or a bartender in barista, they've always had a high moment where things are out of control. Someone didn't cook something right. Someone's unhappy, where you're going to almost be like at your most stressful, worst place. But then when we all go out later, have our Christmas parties, you get to know the person, like they're not like that all the time. You just had them at the worst possible place, So I think everybody, including the owners, sometimes get stressed out. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I
You
mean,
got to get to know us.
it's not
We are.
it's not an easy industry. I mean, it's really hard, but I mean, it's very hard. And so when you got a full restaurant, people waiting out the door, and you're trying to cook those tickets and time the food, and you're telling 5 or 6 people in your kitchen what to do and where to go and that sort of thing. And then a server comes back and says, "Hey, I forgot to enter this order," and you might kill.
Or these 3 dishes were supposed to be gluten free.
Yeah. I've already
Like,
prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Like, stop.
And they've thrown basically thrown a baseball bat in the spokes of your bicycle, and flipped you. And so I've gotten better about it over the years, but
He's got a lot better.
a lot better about it over the years.
I have to
It's kind of like now, it's kind of like, okay, what do we got to do to fix it? You know what I'm saying?
fix it.
But I mean, it's kind of like, well, if the same person does it multiple times over and over, there might
How
be.
do you manage to get up in the morning?
Oh, I've never said that to people.
You never have. Yeah.
But still, I don't know. And sometimes it's just
She's very patient.
you just shake your head.
He's probably one of the most patient men I know.
But
He's really good at biting his lip. I'm not.
her and I go at it.
Yeah.
For certain. I mean, because I'll be at that high stress moment, at this high stress moment, and she'll be like, I don't know, that toast is cut wrong.
I don't say that.
Yeah,
It's too dark.
I mean,
Too
well,
dark.
and that's all it'll take to push me off.
Yeah.
And then because
And I just walk away.
because the pressure is just built up at that point, it could be, anything.
But yeah, you'll still, after I leave, you still walk over and recook that toast. Because I know he cares and he will. He's tried to get his hands on everything to make sure everything is done perfectly when it goes out.
You guys don't take any holiday, like a week off or 2 weeks off, or does that
I
happen
do more
sometimes?
than he does. But a lot of it's too because I have a lot of family that's a lot further away, a lot more family. And I don't know. I push him. I think he lives his work. I guess I do too, but I don't know. My mom still lives in Rapid City. His parents have passed. So it's still like I try to spend some time, see my mom, So
Which is important.
Yeah. And we love Bonnie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like your parents.
Here.
Me too.
Yeah. So when is retirement going to happen, or probably work till forever?
5 years, every 15 years now. No, I mean,
I would like to be done within 5 years.
he'll say that in 5
But-
years.
and the
He'll say
thing is, I just want things to be, perfectly financially set everywhere.
Sure.
And then be able to sell the businesses and hopefully,
I do feel like though, since
because none of my children want nothing to do.
I don't think mine either. That's because we made them work for us when they were little.
Oh,
So we're leaving town, so they don't call us into work.
They see mine have seen that, the hours I work and what I
okay.
And
and they don't want to do that.
yeah, there's so much coming in, but there's so much
I'm willing
going
to
out.
adopt.
There's a lot going on. Willing to adopt me too.
Very
Yeah.
accident time.
Yeah,
So,
we adopt a lot, don't we?
yeah. We actually do kind of have
A family with our
family with
employees.
our business.
We love it. They're our children.
A lot of them have been with us for years.
Yeah, they become
and they're-
part of
they're
the
like
family.
children to us, so.
and a lot of people
Yeah.
over there still come
Yeah,
Monica
Monica.
instead of Monica.
Yeah.
And I think they look
my-
at you the same.
My
Like
2
father
days are
Yeah.
off for Easter and Christmas. So
Yeah. You do take vacation every once,
every once in a while,
but
right?
not for super long.
You guys are doing a
Every
Thanksgiving
2 or 3
thing,
years.
We
right?
do it every year.
A Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving meal, I cook that every year. So.
Okay, I just saw that too.
Yeah, last year I cooked off 240 pounds of turkey for Thanksgiving. So
There's a lot of
So-
older people that can't travel. They just can't go see their kids down south, or their kids have passed and they're still here.
Yeah.
So they want a place to go.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people come
I
from
think I-
retirement home that get out and just, their kids will bring them out, and they'll come.
Wow.
yeah, I'm feeding the men's basketball team. I'm doing theirs this year.
They can't travel back home.
we take reservations on Thanksgiving over there.
Yep.
So every half an hour we take
We also
20
have
reservations
open
every
seating.
half an hour
Mhm.
because people linger longer. And then we have 20. So you got
We don't
40
rush people.
just in
Yeah.
reservation,
Right.
and
I don't
then
think so.
it gives us 40 seats for walk-ins. So,
Yeah.
So it's
So we usually stay pretty full house.
we're full.
And even like during COVID, like during Thanksgiving, we don't force people to stay. Like the only people that want to work on Thanksgiving want to work because they get really good tips and they are not going home anyways. So, and we always give them a free meal when they work. And then we close fairly early. So if they're having an evening dinner, they can do that. So we have a lot of staff that just wants to work on Thanksgiving, so that's wonderful for us. And then all the other people, like a lot of international students that maybe don't have anywhere to go or because everything's closed,
True.
So, but we're not. So you can still come in. We still have menu too, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah, because
So,
it's crazy. So you can still get items from the menu if you're not wanting turkey dinner.
There's probably 20 people that order off the menu compared to everything else.
A lot of people come in for breakfast on their way to
Breakfast,
Thanksgiving
yeah.
dinner somewhere else.
Yeah.
We also
still
do a lot of
breakfast till 11 on that day.
we
so-
take specialty pie orders. We do all kinds of
Yeah.
pies. So people are calling now ordering Thanksgiving pies to take to places or yeah.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But and then then Easter we're closed, but on Easter, that's my day, my turn as the family
Mhm.
to cook the family meal.
So he doesn't have Easter on.
And so all of our family, my wife's
And my family.
and her family, and then we open
The
it up-
cafe family and the
we open
Brickhouse
it- we
family.
open it up
All
to-
employees.
to all our orphans too.
We call it the
So-
Orphan Easter.
Yeah. And so then I cook off a bunch of food for Easter, and then
For kids that can't go
we have
or
it over here.
just can't make it home or
So
don't usually go home.
I don't remember how many people we had.
We had
last
all
year,
the tables lined up down the middle last
Yeah.
year, and we even had a couple of
Yeah.
older regulars that.
We had some, and then we had some old guys that were just
Oh yeah,
walking along.
they
looking
came
for
from the
work.
nursing home. They were looking for a place to eat
Yeah.
because we are
We
open on
just-
Thanksgiving, so
we
we
just
thought we were
invited
open on
them in.
Easter. So come on in. They sat down and had our Thanksgiving dinner
Or Easter.
for free.
Yeah.
Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a lot.
you probably better not advertise.
No.
I need to wrap it up because we're gonna be here for like way over
I'm
an hour.
sorry.
No, but it's all good. But is there
You talk more than me.
is there any last things you guys want to say?
We love Vermillion. We love everything in this town. We're always looking for things that we can do to help if we have time. But the time thing is the biggest issue.
True.
But like, we love the community. We love the people. And I think we love what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are very passionate.
I do think though we need to start going around and asking for donations. No, it's funny. Okay, he's laughing too. Kyle's around. Yep. Because we do bring in a lot of money, but we do have to pay out a lot. So I think people are like, they can't close. What would happen if Cafe and the Brick House closed? Because to be honest, would anybody be as crazy as us two to keep this going? Because it's hard.
It is hard.
It is hard. Like, no one's going to be that crazy. So, like, if we close, what's going to happen? But, there are a lot of other things we could do to probably make more money than what we're doing now, 100%. But, like, we love what we do. So,
Cool.
if you're listening out there, want to take over some businesses, come talk to us.
You said
Yeah.
5 years, right?
5 years.
Yeah, right. But, I mean, seriously,
Like to be done when I'm 65. So
that's more than 5 years.
no.
A little bit more.
Yeah, I'm on.
All right, I'll wrap it up. But I do want to thank you guys for being on.
Nice to talk with you.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Vermillion.